Hi, I'm Nalini, and today I'm here to talk with you about the fractals of frequency known as light codes that are entering the planet and have been for some time. There's a huge download, influx, input, streaming, whatever you want to call it, this week. I'm recording this on the 12th of December, 2025. Prior to this, in 2023, each of the 13 moons, the full moons, the full lunations of that year, a different set of frequency codes came into the planet. And they all went into the natural world first, of course, because nature basically has no resistance. And then 2024, these codes begin to migrate into various elements, elementals, structures. Some of them worked as scrubbing bubbles to help things break down, and some of them, most of them, began to build, because this is what these codes are for. They're building codes, not the kind that limit things. 2025 was a phoenix year. I'm not talking about the element, but the process, where everything left within any of us at any level of consciousness has been dredged for participation, for observation, for having a good look at it, to see where our values really lie. And this is unique for each of us. What do we value, and how is that changing? That's very important. Then this year, 2025, there have been activations of these light codes. There are downloads, infusions, yes. But with each quarter of this, what we call a year, there have been activations of these codes. They light up. They look like little snowflakes or little bits of honeycomb, little crystal flakes. It appears differently to everyone. But these come online in a new way, at a higher frequency. We would say at a higher octave of the tonality that is the harmony of Gaia. And this week was another one, another rather large one, that has nothing to do with what is being called the 1212 portal, which is today. I mean, we make up these portals in our calendar. We make up these portals in ourselves. And the more we project on them, the more they actually function for us in a certain way. So when these codes infuse, they move into and through this world where they can, into and through our bodies, physical, emotional, mental, spiritual, psychic, etc., where they can. And then there comes an activation where everything is activated, it wakes up. Okay, there's no more dormancy in a particular code. And that can have all kinds of effects. Some people experience physical symptoms. One doesn't have to, but sometimes it's the body's way of giving us a wake-up call. Hello, something to pay attention to. What has happened this past week has caused some of that for some people, but the opportunity was presented to us, and it will remain throughout the solstice, to awaken into a new reality. Now, do I mean an actual awakening, the way they talk about enlightenment? Perhaps, but those don't work the way that most people think they do. Anyway, what awakens within us is potential, probability. And as that probability strengthens, the codes are welcomed further into our fields. Okay, this particular new cycle is less about releasing the garbage. That was the old cycle. It was very necessary. Last year was all about that. What is happening now is a shifting of focus, a redirection of perception into the codes that will begin building. All the building codes that came in 2 years ago are activated. So the activations are helping us to weave new wisdom, to build new foundations, new platforms new structures, scaffolding that will support physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, psychically, etc., a new version of reality, and one that we are helping to create. Now, some people don't like the expression co-creating. Use the one that works for you. This is about opening to, allowing, receiving, welcoming. Actually welcoming, having some manners and kindness perhaps for these light codes that are streaming through Gaia, and she is streaming through them in the cosmos, and discovering what is possible with differing structures. It's like being given new materials to build a house from. Wow, that's interesting. I could do this. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. Architects are very familiar with this. And most of us are the architects of our experience of reality. And it is time now to step into, one could say, to relax back into our orb of light that we are, our unique light codes, and see how that coding interacts with what's coming in. Okay, it's not to think, oh, I'm being pummeled by this, oh, this is so hard. Well, sometimes it feels that way. But if we can still ourselves and listen inwardly, there is a way in which we interact with these codes that is optimal for each of us and for our world. And if we focus on that for this December, from now through the solstice, this is a very powerful time. There will be a huge energetic implosion then. If we focus on these codes and their activations, observing them, not trying to dominate or manipulate them, light doesn't take well to that. And it always knows what to do. But letting that divine essence decide and observing what happens. And then post-solstice, we will be in a very beautifully positioned spot to take the next step, swing for the next branch, knowing it will be there because we can see it and we can trust it. So letting these codes activate within and trusting that the light always knows what to do. It is the intelligence quotient of divine love, and that this may well be the best solstice we've ever had. I wish that for you.